Okay, family, so I have my chicken backs here. I've already seasoned them. This is how they look. And I always say, season your food to your liking, and I just use my usual seasoning. So I actually have 8 chicken backs. I divided them into half. The first half for this dish we're cooking, which is a soup, and then we're gonna, after we're done this, we're gonna go into the second dish that we're gonna be making with our chicken backs. Okay, so now I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and what I'm going to do is I want to actually drizzle. Let me pan you down some. Okay, I'm just gonna drizzle these with a little olive oil, just to give it like a little crispy texture, the skin. Alright, so I'm mixing this up. And so again, now I'm going to pop these in the oven, and because there's not much to these, it should be cooked. It'll probably take it about 20 minutes at 350 degrees to cook. So now, here on my stove, I have my pot already heating up, and in the pot I added about a 1/4 cup of olive oil, and so now extra virgin olive oil. So now here on this plate I have about 2 celery stalks. This is 1 large onion. I have some minced garlic right here, maybe about 5 of them, and then these are rainbow potatoes. So I'm just going to go ahead and add everything now to this one pot. And now I'm just going to mix that around. Bring it a little closer. Smells delicious. Now, also I have, this is about a cup of white mushrooms. I'm going to also add this in. And I'm just going to basically, just cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes. Allow my onions and my celery to be translucent. Oh, it smells so good. Hey, so today, baby got back for y'all. This is, I just wanted to show you an affordable way that you can still have a nice hearty meal, and enjoy yourself. And chicken backs. I love chicken backs. Since I was a youngster, I used to love chicken back. Okay, don't sleep on that, Okay, so to this pan now, I'm just going to go ahead and season my vegetables. So this is just a little cayenne pepper I'm adding in here. Also, I'm going to add some black pepper. Turmeric. And this is going to be about a teaspoon each of each seasoning. I have some paprika. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold up. I'm going to add smoked paprika to that instead. So this is a smoked paprika. Then I'll add some garlic to that. Mix this around. So now I'm just making some space in the middle. If your oil starts to, dry out, you can go ahead in and add more oil. However, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add some butter. And that was about 2 tablespoons of butter I just put in there. Okay. Alright, so again, I'm just going to allow this to cook for a few more minutes and then I'll pop back in. Alright family, so I allowed this to cook for about 7 minutes and this is how it looks. So now from here I'm going to go ahead in and I'm going to add some, this is low sodium chicken broth. I have two cartons of these and then I have about maybe like a quarter cup, less than about a quarter cup of this chicken broth that I had left over. Pour that all that in there. And my last one. Okay, so now go ahead, mix this up. So still on a medium heat, I'm going to allow this to come to a boil, and then I'll come back in and we'll add some more ingredients to this. Alright family, I'm back. So our soup is nice and hot, so now we're going to continue on. So now the next thing I'm going to go ahead and add is some of this Palo chicken bouillon seasoning. So I would say that's about maybe like 2 tablespoons. And then now I'm going to also go in and add my creamy peanut butter. That's right. So I'm going to add about a heaping, when I say a heaping tablespoon, okay, to this. And if you decide to use the the peanut butter, if you don't have allergies, okay, of course you know not to add this. But if you do get the creamy, I use the creamy texture peanut butter. But if you don't have that in the house, any peanut butter would work. And what this does is it just takes it to a whole nother level, and it gives it, your broth like a creamy texture. So I'm just mixing that in real good. Okay, just to make sure that dissolves. Now I'm lowering my flame to like a low, kind of like a low to medium heat. So now the next thing I'm going to add, oh yeah, I'm still adding stuff. This is some corn on the cob, is the frozen corn on the cob, the sweet one. So I washed it off. And so now that the broth is hot, I'm going to go ahead in and add this so this can start cooking. And I just added 5. You can add as much, as many, or as less as you want. Okay, so push that down in there. So now I'm just going to allow this to cook down. Let it, cook for a minute. And let all these different ingredients, marry together. Yeah. Okay, family. So I'll see you all shortly. Alright, family. So now I just removed our chicken backs in the oven. And this is how they look. Look at all that juiciness. Look at that, honey. Yes, baby got back. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and add these, the chicken backs to my pot. Okay, so this is a close-up of them. This is how they look. See that? And so now you can add these in whole, or if you want to, you know, cut them in half, you know, you could do that. It's your choice. Let's get that down in there. And now what's going to happen is the seasoning that was infused in the heat from the oven, along with the chicken. Oh man, it's going to, this soup, woo, honey, honey, honey. A hearty soup, and it doesn't break your pocket. So now I'm going to also, too, this remaining, this oil, this grease from the chicken, I'm going to also add that into that, okay? Here we go. Put this over here. Well, actually. Okay, so now just give this a nice little stir. You know, at this point, if you want to taste it, you know, to see how your seasoning are, you know, how it is, if you need to adjust it, you know, you could do so. Okay, so now I'm just going to leave this alone and just let it on a low heat. And I'm just going to let this cook for about another, so like 30 minutes, and then we'll, you know, come back and check on it, okay? But y'all, doesn't that look good? Let me give you a close-up. Get a little closer. Look at that. Look at all that pot of heartiness in there. Whoop, come on camera now. There we go. Yeah, let me give you a little, give it a little stir. You see all that? You got your mushrooms floating on the top. You have your corn, your chicken, onions. Look at this, celery. Okay, all right, so, all right, family, so I'll see you in a little bit. All right, so after about 20 minutes, so now I'm just going ahead and I'm just stirring it up. And if you see like little white like residue, it's just a peanut butter. So just, you know, stir it up. So now, as if this soup wasn't hearty enough, the last thing I'm gonna add to this soup is I have some light and fluffy egg noodles. Let me move this back. I have some egg noodles, okay? So this is about maybe like a cup, a little more than a cup. So now I'm just gonna add this to my pot, and that's gonna be the final ingredient, okay? Now you'll see how hearty this soup is. Now for the chicken backs, I think I got, no I did, I received two. There was two or three chicken backs in each per pack, and it was about, I paid like $1.92. And so I got, I bought 6 packs, so I was able to get like 8. It was actually 8 backs. And again, I used 4 for the soup, and then the other 4 you're gonna see later on in the video what I'm gonna be doing with those. But it's a you know, very affordable meal. It's a hearty meal. This pot of soup alone can feed, you know, like a family of, you know, let's say like 4 or 5, maybe even 6. I mean, it is loaded, and even if you're not a meat lover, you don't have to add chicken to it, just everything else in here. I mean, it's just a hearty meal, and it smells so delicious. Okay, you see all that, everything you will want in there. Okay, so now I'm going to cover this and continue to let it cook, and then when I pop back in, our soup will be pretty much done. Okay, beautiful, patient people. So now we're down to about the last 10 minutes of the soup. So as you can see, I switched, and I have the pot of soup over here, doing this thing, and then now I have on the stove my pan, and in the pan I have some vegetable oil, and so the oil has been heating up now for about a good 20 minutes, so it's really hot. So now, when I told you earlier I had some chicken backs that I divided, these are the other half of them, and so again, same seasoning as the ones in the soup. So now here in this bag I have some all-purpose flour. So now I'm just gonna go ahead in and drop my chicken back in the flour, and y'all, this is like my favorite dish actually. Fried chicken backs. I love some fried chicken backs. Woo! I mean, like I said, ever since I was a kid, I love these things. So I'm just gonna mix this around, and if you have like a shallow pan, you know, to cook the backs in, is better because you can almost kind of deep fry it. Let me lower this soup a little more. Have this. Oh, and I meant to tell you, back to the soup really quickly. Like every 10 minutes in between, make sure you just go in and stir it up to make sure that peanut butter, you know, is mixed in really good. And like I said, you're gonna get like some residue on the top. You can either scoop that out or just, you know, mix it back in, okay? So I just wanted to tell you that before I forgot. So now back to the chicken. So now I have like a nice amount of grease in here because again, you know, the way that these backs are shaped, it's almost like a cup. So I want to make sure the inside of that, you know, gets cooked. So now I'm gonna go in and just start and just add my backs. Okay, so that's what you want. You want that frying, that you want that grease to cut you out, like the nerve of you. Okay, that's how hot you want it. So add the last two. The messiness of it all. Mix this up. So now if you've never had chicken backs before, in the supermarket they're literally right over there where you find all your chicken parts, you know, your breast legs, whatever type you have. They usually have the chicken backs there. And if you don't see them, you know, ask your local butcher, you know, like, hey, do you have any chicken backs? You know, and again, these are, you know, it's affordable. It's a nice way to feed your family. It could be an appetizer or a meal. And this is especially for you know, for people out there who love chicken skin and not necessarily all that meat, you know. So yeah, so now I have those in there. Let me pan in a little closer. That's how they look. And the fry time is not long at all because again, it's not a lot of meat on them. So it really should be fried in like 10 minutes. Like I'm not even gonna go into commercial. I'm gonna just let it fry straight through so y'all can see. And then once I take them out, I already have my pan here, and let me pan back. So I have my rack here and I have it sitting. And just in case you're new to my channel, when I take any meat that I fry, I don't put it directly on the paper towel because I just feel like the grease, it ends up absorbing right back up into the chicken from it sitting directly on the paper towel. So I like to just put it in like a strainer or anything else and then sit the meat directly on the rack and allow the grease to drop down. Just a little, you know, food for thought. So now, okay, so you hear our babies over here doing their thing. So now we're gonna turn our soup off because I'm pretty sure our soup is done. So let me stir this up. And family, I don't have to ask how everyone is doing because if you're clicking on my channel, that means that you got a pulse and you are right. And you know, I'm so thankful for that. And me, I'm doing fabulous as usual. Woo! Hey y'all, I'm gonna bring it a little closer up so I can see what this soup is giving over here. Okay, yeah, hold on. Actually, let me just pause you and bring it back in. Alright, so this is the soup. See all this heartiness. Okay. Oh, it smells so good in here, family. And this is the chicken back. One of the chicken backs. Yeah. Alright, so I'll put the lid on and it's going to be, let it go for another 5 minutes and then that'll be done. Okay, so I'm going to move back. And now we're going to focus on our chicken backs. Move back to focus on the chicken backs. Okay, so now I'm going to turn my chicken over. I don't know if you can see the crisp on there, the crispiness. Can you see that crispiness on that chicken? Look at that. Okay? So now I'm going to allow this to finish out, and then when I come back in, we're going to be done. We're going to wrap this up. Alright family, so our backs are done. Now I'm just going to place them up here on my rack and allow, as I said, them to cool off in the grease to drain. You'll see the crispiness on that? Look at that. Let me pan it in a little closer. Look at those backs. Look at that. Nice and crispy and meaty. Do y'all see all that meat? You get a lot of meat on these backs. You see that? Flip that one over. Yes, y'all, look at those. Look at those nice, crispy, juicy, meaty chicken backs. It's like a bunch of meat right here. Literally, like for $6, a little over $6. A little over $6. I think these will make really, really great appetizers. Comment below, you know, if you're a lover of chicken backs. You see that? Look at that. Look at these backs. Yes, yeah. So now I'm just going to move these over to the side, let them drain, and then I'm going to now plate. Do a little plating. Okay. I'll be right back, fam. Alright, so I have my ladle, so I'm going to go ahead and make a nice little bowl soup here. Making sure I grab everything, my carrots, my noodles, mushrooms, onions. There's so much stuff in here I can't even remember it all. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. Woo! Look at that bowl of goodness so far. Let me pan back. Woo! I should not be holding this like this. Okay. So now I'm going to add one of the corn on the cob in there. Pan down to the bowl. Add that. Now I'm going to put one of the chicken backs. Oh, it smells so good. Ooh, come on, come on. Alright, so let me grab this. Excuse me, y'all. Okay. And this is a chicken back. Y'all see that? Look at that nice hearty bowl of soup. Okay, so now, gonna pan your back. Gonna come over here and let me dry up this tongue. Her chicken backs are cooled off and the grease is drained. And yeah, so now go over here and add my chicken backs to this in this pan. Whew, you excuse me for reaching over you. Said I'm doing the best I can, boy. You know we're recording and but anyway, I know you'll understand. So okay, look at those beautiful backs. Ah, woo, woo, woo. I can't wait to get into them. Move this out of the way, y'all. Well, there. So family, that's it. So again, I just showed you 2 ways, and there are other ways that you can use, incorporate chicken backs into your meal. But in any case, again, you have a appetizer here. You know, if you choose, you can just have it like this, you know, put on your favorite movie, sit in front of the television, maybe get you a little dipping sauce if you want to go with it. You can pair it with some salad, fries, you know, whatever your choice. And then, like I said, look how meaty. Look how meaty these backs are. Do you see all that? It's a bunch of meat. All here's a bunch of meat, okay? All right, don't sleep on these chicken backs, I'm telling you. And then here, you know, again, we have a hearty soup. And you know that consists of everything that I showed you. It's too many to name. But in any case, look at this beautiful soup. And then again, you have your chicken back, okay? So family, thank you so much for you know, stopping in. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're ever curious about chicken backs, you know, now I just showed you some really great, delicious, and easy way, you know, to cook them. So family, I love you. I will see you all in my next video. Until then, be safe and be blessed. Mwah. Yes, yes. So my chicken back soup and fried chicken backs. Baby got back. And our soup.